Hello YouTube, 3D Printed Life here, and today is a sad day. Not really, but a little. So let's go over the new stuff since the last update. This guy is, I believe it's new, I don't think I've made an update with this yet. Printer board case holder with modified mounts to fit on the one up to a power supply. I just got it held down by 10mm M3 screws and nuts underneath. I had to take this apart, which was a pain in the ass to put back together. But you know, whatever. M3 by 10 or M3 by 20 screws here, M3 by 10 here. You could also use 15mm long here. You know, whatever. It just organizes everything nicely. It comes out of one port with the fan holes. You can put a fan on it. If you do close this, you do need to buy your own fan and hook it up. I just hooked mine up right up to the power supply, added about 100 ohms of resistance in so that it wasn't spinning full speed and being obnoxiously loud. And the resistors are just kind of bundled up underneath the shrink wrap right there, so you can even see them. It's nice. I was very proud of that. Moving on to the printer, I don't believe there's any... Oh, this might be new. I don't know if this was new since the last update. If you've seen the upgrades video, you would have seen this, and you would have seen this guy, both of which I will try to remember to put a link to the my Thingiverse page in the description where you can get them. I think those are both new since the last update, but they are not new since my last videos, so yeah, that's that. My extruder is still a work in progress. I had to downgrade back to version, this is 3.2 right here, which is printable, but the hot end is a little bit loose, which isn't quite optimal. So you know, I mean, I just wanted to tighten that up, so I printed a version 4.0. But unfortunately it was too tight. I believe in the groove area it was too tight, and it wouldn't close completely, so it just would not function. So that was a letdown, and then on top of that, my extruder is now leaking. Maybe you can see the runs of plastic. I cleaned those off and then they came back, so it's definitely leaking in between the aluminum heater, the heater block and the peak tubing thing. My guess is it's just not tight enough, like many people mentioned on the forums. Cubed most likely assembles these cold, which means when they heat up, gaps can form when the metals and plastic expand at different rates. So all I really have to do is get 2 sets of pliers heated up and twist it to tighten it, but unfortunately I don't have 2 sets of pliers on me, and I don't know anybody who does have them. So for the next week and a half I'm stuck with a leaky extruder, which just leaves nasty globs everywhere. I cleaned most of them off on this, but it was just kind of like random strings all over the place, and there was like little globs sticking off. So definitely not, I'm not going to be printing any big prints until I go home, just because of that, because I can't get any really good quality out of it. But before that started leaking, I can show you all these guys that I've done. I believe you've all seen this, the cube gear. You may not have, I completely forget, to be honest. I know you've seen this guy. This is a new one that I did. This is with the, whoops, I dropped it again. This is with this new Z-Rod top of the Z-Rod holder. I printed this at 0.1mm layer height, and it came out ridiculously nice. It's going to be hard to see, and I know people wanted still camera photos with like an actual camera, but I don't have access to one, unfortunately, so this is going to have to do it for you. Focus. My finger. Whatever. It's really good, I swear. There's a tiny bit of Z-banding, which you can kind of see. Kind of. But it's really not bad at all, and this was definitely, like, oh my god, I'm clumsy. When I printed this, I was like, okay, I really don't have to be editing stuff very much anymore. Which was great, and then it started leaking, you know. I also printed this giraffe, which is pretty cool, printed at 0.2mm layer height, so not even the highest resolution it could be, but it came out really nice. It's a Veroni style, so it purposely has all these holes in it. The back came out a little messy, as you can see, but everywhere else came out really nice. It had support built in, so there's a little bit of like a blemish where the support was removed, just because this black PLA tends to turn white when you scrape it. But other than that, and the back thing, it came out really, really nice. And I will definitely be printing more Veroni things, because this just looks awesome. So, What's on the schedule? Well, it's Thursday already, so not very much more this week. Tomorrow, I could do a video on how to install the custom firmware onto the printer board so that you can use the fan with the repetier and the print settings rather than just, you know, plugging it in and having it always on. It also allows for SD support. I have a little SD card in there. You can't see it, but it's there. There's also a few other recommendations people have suggested for me to do, which I will get around to. But keep in mind that next week, finals start for me. I actually have only one final next Friday, and then I go home, so it's going to be a whole shuffle, and then I have to come back the next Friday for another final. So that in between those two finals, I probably won't be able to get up very many videos, maybe one or two. And also until my first final, I probably will only be able to get up one or two more. So for the next 2 weeks, the channel is going to be pretty slow, so don't be too surprised when you don't see new videos every so often. But the good news is, since I'm going home in a week and a day, I will be able to fix that hot end and start printing high-quality stuffs again, which will be very nice, because as you can see, I'm not printing now, and it's very depressing. It's like I'm in printer withdrawal right now. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for this update, so stay tuned for the more stuffs to be coming on later on. Thank you for watching, I'll see you all later.